We have finished day 4 of our international study abroad with family business part 2, and we were fortunate enough to go to Bierschule at the Hackenberger Brauerei. And the reason I say fortunate is because with these small and family businesses, our professor said they can only visit them once every couple years, and we lucked out and got to go to a brewery. Not only did we get to the brewery, but we got to meet the owner of the brewery, Jens Geimer, who has been taking over the business for about 10 years now from the original family that owned it. Some of the things he talked about is the importance of having a quality product. And of course, one of the things that helps ensure that quality product is the Reinheitsgebot, which is the German purity law, which means there can only be 3 main ingredients in a beer. The first is water, the second is malt, and we had the regular malt that we got to smell and sample, and then the roasted malt, which provides the darker beers, and then also the final ingredient is hops, and those are very aromatic, and they're not quite for everybody. That led us to seeing how the beer is made, and we got to see that different process from the heating to the mixing of the ingredients to the cooling at the end. And then finally, the most important part for us, of course, is the quality control. The first beer we got to sample was the Zickel, which is the one that still has the yeast in the beer.
Make it like Hollywood, like.
What do you think?
Could be stronger.
The second beer we got to sample was the Pils, and that's probably, I think they said about 75% of their sales is the Pils.
Wow, this is really good. It's really, really good.
So not only do we learn about this kind of scientific process, but we also learned about the business side of things, which goes into packaging, distribution, and marketing. They primarily sell things locally within Westerwald, which is the region we have. And part of that reason is because they can get the bottles back and reuse them, I believe, up to 60 times, just taking the labels off, putting new labels on. And then they also sell kegs to local restaurants, but most of their sales are the bottles that are in the stores. They do try to stick to this local region, and part of what helps them succeed in the local region, even though their beer might just be a little bit more expensive, is the fact that they help build community and they try to make community part of it. One of the challenges they did mention is the fact that beer sales and alcohol sales in general are going down with the younger generation, so they have to find a way to reach out. So they've come up with some new products, some lemonade, a kind of coffee beer or something like that that can be a morning drink, and non-alcoholic beers as well. One of their other marketing strategies is similar to what Coca-Cola does, where they put the names on the bottle. They had a section where they put the caps on the bottle, and the caps would say, "I love this city, I love this city," and they know that would get shipped and distributed to those cities. So they haven't gone too far out of what they're trying to do with about this niche market. They're not trying to compete with the greatest beer makers in Germany. They know what they're trying to do, and they do it well, and they've been very successful where many other smaller breweries perhaps have failed. Tomorrow, we're on to Eastern European business, and we'll follow up with that.